I think Governor Pence has done the right thing. I think once the facts are established, people aren't going to see this as discriminatory at all.
I think people have a right to live out their religious faith in their own lives. And when you're asking someone who provides professional services to do something or be punished by law that violates their faith, you're violating that religious liberty that they have.
What you just heard was what Jeb Bush had to say about this at the beginning of the week. Now, he's not so sure. According to a report in the New York Times, Jeb Bush appeared to modify his public comments about Indiana's religious freedom law on Wednesday in a closed-door Silicon Valley fundraiser, telling a small group of potential supporters that a consensus-oriented approach would have been better at the outset. According to an audio tape of the remarks that were provided to the New York Times, Jeb Bush said, "By the end of the week, I think Indiana will be in the right place," which is to say that we need, in a big, diverse country like America, we need to have space for people to act on their conscience. That is a constitutional right, that religious freedom is a core value of our country, but we shouldn't discriminate based on sexual orientation. Joining us now is Marc Solomon, National Campaign Director for Freedom to Marry. Marc, I don't know when I've seen anything like this, with these guys being pushed back. That's a complete reversal for Jeb Bush.
It certainly looks like it, and I'm hoping what's next is that he comes out in support of laws that protect gay and transgender people from discrimination. That's what we need. That's why I think people are so up in arms right now over what's happening, is that, 60% of Americans support non-discrimination protections for gay and transgender people. They're seeing Indiana and Arkansas actually advance measures that make it easier to discriminate, and people are shocked.
The first thing Mike Pence said at his news conference the other day, Richard, was, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week for these Republican presidential candidates. They've had the earth move underneath them here.
And they didn't need to do this. So I was with George W. Bush back in 2000 when he had to go to Bob Jones University and, stand next to ultra-conservatives who, frankly, he didn't really much agree with, but he had to do it because he had just lost in New Hampshire by 16 points. Now, Jeb Bush was supposed to be the smart politician in the family, way smarter than his brother. And here he is, forced into this kind of mistake without real pressure. And it does make you wonder, if you buckle under this little pressure, then how are you going to sustain a presidential campaign, never mind what it's going to be like in the Oval Office?
Nick, it was